Welcome back to the channel. Please like and subscribe to help the channel grow and leave suggestions for future videos. Today we are refighting the Battle of Wilson's Creek from August 1861. So what led to this battle? In April, after refusing to surrender, the Union forces garrisoning Fort Sumter were fired upon by Confederate artillery, effectively starting the war. On July 21st, the first Battle of Bull Run was fought, which, after being a close-run thing for most of the day, ended with the Union Army routed from the field in panic, along with the Washington Society members who had come out for a jolly afternoon to see the Revolution crushed. Several months passed with smaller actions taking place, especially in the East. Almost all of the border states did have mixed loyalties, with up to 50% of the population pro-Union, anti-Union, pro-Confederacy, anti-Confederacy. And Missouri was no exception. For several months, Union forces under General Nathaniel Lyons had been pushing back the Confederates, and by the end of July had almost expelled them from the state of Missouri. At this point, Confederate General Ben McCulloch took command to try and change the course. On August 9th, the Union Army was camped a short distance from the Confederates at Wilson's Creek. The plan was simple: a dawn attack on the Confederates from the front, with an enveloping force to attack the Confederates from the rear. Turn 1 of the battle saw the Union forces advancing from all directions and really pressurizing the Confederates. To this end, the Confederates unleashed quite a devastating artillery barrage onto the Union and were making them pay for every step. During turn 2, we saw much the same, with the Union pushing on very heavily, but in the top part of the battlefield, the Confederate cavalry did charge, and this tied up the Union cavalry, preventing them from being able to maneuver in that area. In turn 3, this is when the troops on both sides were realistically able to start volley firing, and we started to see quite a lot of casualties mounting from just each side getting pounded, first by the artillery and then by close range musket fire. At the back, the cavalry had basically fought each other to destruction, Union destruction. The Confederates managed to come out on top and spent most of this turn just reforming and getting themselves back into fighting shape. Turn 4 was a very exciting turn. The Union forces in the south had really pushed up hard and were driving into the Confederate lines. And in the northern parts, whilst the Union cavalry had been destroyed, the Union flanking force had just come round the side of the barn and were ready to assault the Confederate infantry. However, they didn't have it all their own way. The Confederate cavalry did charge the rear of the Union infantry. In the north and in the centre, the central Confederate reserves did charge the large Union brigade that was going forwards. Both sides at this stage did start to see units breaking and withdrawing. By turn 7, the game was over. Although some of the Union troops were able to still hold out stubbornly, especially up in the top corner, for the most part, the Union Army was either routing or in a general retreat, just those few odd pockets that were holding out. Overall, it was a very good game. The dice went against me. It was good though, very enjoyable. There were a few very close close moments where it could have gone either way. Up in the north, or I should say top, I'm not sure geographically if it was north or south, but where the flanking manoeuvre came through, if my dice had gone better and my cavalry had come out on top, then I think it would have been a whole different game, and my infantry would have barreled over him, and we would have been able to take the guns, and it would have been probably a Union victory, major victory. But as it was, I just couldn't break him up there, and in the south, again, my troops, they just weren't able to quite match him with musket fire. But it was a very fun game, really enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave any comments below, especially if you want us to refight specific battles, and we can do that. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already to help the channel grow, and see you next time.